This is Mr. Wright. Today we're going to go over how to find the distance of a segment in a graph. So if I want to figure out like how long these lines are, I can't just count them to figure out how long they are because it's cutting like across the grid lines. So you can only count on a graph if the lines are going straight up and down or straight across. I can't count diagonal lines. So what I'm going to have to do is we're going to use the Pythagorean theorem. So if I want to use the Pythagorean theorem, I need a right triangle. So that's what we're going to draw. So it doesn't matter which way you draw the right triangle. You can either go up and over or you can go over and up. But you need a right triangle and you need to follow the grid lines. You can't cut across the grid lines. You have to go straight up and straight over. I'm going to go straight up until I get to this point, and then I'm going to go straight over. So by following those grid lines, we create a right triangle. So now we're going to do the Pythagorean theorem. So to do that, all you have to do is count the sides. So when I'm counting the sides, I count the blocks. I like to count like the outside of the triangle, and I just count the blocks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So the left side of the triangle is 12 units. The top of the triangle is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So I should have counted the outside blocks because this counts as this last one, that's a full block. So if you count the outside blocks, it makes more sense. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So it's 9 blocks long. So my two numbers are 12 and 9. So what we're going to do now is just do the Pythagorean theorem with those two numbers. And if you remember the shortcut, we can do this all in one step. So we're solving for the hypotenuse. So if I do the shortcut, all you have to do is 12 squared plus 9 squared. You type that into your calculator all at once, it equals 15. So that means this line, that line is 15 units long. So another example. So on this page, we're going to just create our right triangle. Again, it doesn't matter which way you go. So I'm going to go over this time and then down to create my right triangle. Okay, so after you create your right triangle, you count the number of blocks. And I like to count the blocks on the outside of the triangle. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So that's 11 blocks long. And the other line is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 blocks. So I have 11 and 6. Every single time we do this, we are going to be solving for the hypotenuse. So if you use the shortcut, it's always going to be addition. So I'm going to do the square root of 11 squared plus 6 squared. You just have to type that into the calculator, and this one is going to be a decimal. You get 12.53. So that means that this segment is 12.53 units. So you can always use the Pythagorean theorem. If you have a graph, this is going to be the easiest way to figure out the distance of a line.